of greater liberation, greater freedom, greater opening into how life could serve better, not just you, but in other ways as well. When you come up against limitations, whatever limitations reveal themselves, and they do, and they always do, and they do regularly and frequently, there is a message in that. And that message is always, how is it that Spirit is trying to love you through another block, another barricade, another pattern, another historical memory, another something? How is it Spirit's trying to heal you in that moment? Not hurt you, not abandon you, not leave you out in the cold looking for something. Actually, those moments are the prompting for the expansion of your soul, the expansion of your well-being. Yes, of course it comes. And within it is the jewel, always the jewel. The jewel of great price, as Jesus described it, that treasure. Limitation is not being bound simply by our negative whatevers. Limitation is that moment when something within is impulsing you to an opening, to something more. If we can see it that way, then we spend a whole lot less time in hell as we suffer our way through whatever those negative emotions are or limitations. We suffer less when we can accept the fact that that which is within us is growing us in that moment in a way that is already present and into which we can step with an open mind or an open heart. And it always comes back to love. It always comes back to love. I used to believe that no matter how frequently I could talk about loving the Spirit or loving God or whatever words, I still believed that life wanted to hurt me. In the core of a difficult time or a particular limitation or a particular demonstration that was disturbing, painful, life-threatening, whatever the case might be, that there was still a seed in there somewhere that felt like life doing me bad, as we say. Not because life wanted to hurt me, but because those moments when I fell into whatever state of mind I was in, I couldn't find the answers. I couldn't get hold of the whatever. If this is for my good, give me a clue. Move my feet in that direction, right? But over time, it's more and more clear inwardly and outwardly that life isn't trying to hurt me and that negativity is not my enemy. So in Unity, we talk a lot about negativity, self-love, divine self, and then negativity. We talk about it in a way that says, deny negativity, deny it. Take the reality out of it, deny it. Make it not real in your mind. And there was a whole lot of power in the belief that we could just change our thought in an instant, and that negativity would fall away. Use your denials. Deny the power. Deny the truth of that painful reality, whatever it is. Deny the power it has over you. Deny the power mentally, but when we're actually in it, and someone says to you, "Oh, just call it good. Just call that good. Deny that. Just deny that negativity." We miss an important part. It's there for a reason. And we're in it for a reason. It isn't that we spend a lot of time planting the garden of negativity. Negativity reveals itself as an opportunity. And every time we're like above it, right? I'm above negativity. We're just an instant away from falling right into the midst of it, wondering how we got there and how we get out of it. You can't pretend there's one presence and one power active in your mind, your heart, and your life, and not at the same time accept that negativity has a place, a role to play in your consciousness that is about your well-being and your growth and your unfolding, and the ways in which something is prompting that more than moment as it's starting to manifest, as it's beginning to come through. We don't beat negativity up. We don't stomp it down any more than we do our ego. We don't like really rip it, tear it, shred it, beat it out of ourselves. We look at it because right there in the heart of that moment, instant experience is the jewel. And you look at it and you say, yes, yes. You bring it into your conscious awareness and you say, yes. Why? Because it's already there. You can't make it not be there. It's already there. What can you do about it? Well, you can begin to look into it and see what it's prompting, what it's inviting, what it's stimulating. Not just more same negativity, but that something else. It takes that grit. Negativity has tremendous importance. It takes that grit to clear, if you will, some of the crusty ideas that have lived us for such a long time. So anybody who's like, I never have negative experiences because I'm a truth student, should be a suspect, right? It's like, well, what's prompting your growth? How are you developing? What is this unfolding? And it all comes back to everything unfolds in the heart of love. Not just your heart, but the divine heart of love. So much pain goes into these episodes because we try to fight against the negativity instead of receiving it into that greater heart, knowing that it has a message. The negativity in our country, the negativity in the world, the negativity, people are hungry, children are hungry, it's this, that. There's an answer in every one of those things. There's a revelation, not one answer, but the answer we each individually experience from within the harvest of our own divine wisdom on the inner level. What is it making of you? What is it making of me? What is it making of us to find ourselves in a time when things are so separate and divided and brutal. What does it make of us as we stand in the midst of that? Well, it takes us deeper. It takes us into an awareness of what we long for, what we desire, what we treasure, what we value, what matters to us. We have to get more clear about what's being invited when we stand in the face of that which is so seemingly destructive. What's being invited? And it all comes back. It always comes back to more love, more compassion, more honoring, more of that engagement at the inner level, to that which is always present for us. Negativity is not a bad thing. Change is not a bad thing. Upset's not a bad thing. Not having all your ducks in a row is not a bad thing. I like when my ducks are in a row. I have control. It works for me. Now we go into the unknown, where we're experiencing dimensions of who we are and how life is, that are going to wake something up in us. Why? Because it matters. Negativity isn't about I become a victim and, lay down in the trough of it and wallow forever, although some things are harder than others and they take more. But if I know that Spirit is at work in the midst of that and in me, not like there's a part of me when I say that hears my own mind say, oh, give it to God, give it to God, yeah, give it to God, see how that works for you. Go ahead, give it to God, see how it works. Give it to prayer, see how it works. Go ahead, how many times have you prayed about that? How many times have you changed your thought about that? How many times have you tried to believe something that didn't come to be? How many times? How many times? Count them. Millions of times. When my thought didn't seem to be the perfect order of the universe in that moment in time. But can I explore that from a spiritual perspective, understanding that yes, of course, your mind is going to go crazy periodically. Yes, of course, you're going to lose your heart. Yes, of course, you're going to find yourself mired in the midst of something that's painful for you. Yes, of course. You're going to find yourself in the midst of the health challenge, the thing that doesn't work well, the car that breaks down, the losses, of course, yes, of course, we say. And it's going to bring up everything in you in a way that the mind harvests information. But the heart is smarter than the head. And the heart knows its own way, and it continues to prompt you through your own learning and growth and rising up out of the ashes into something new, a new way of seeing, a new way of thinking, a new way of being. And that's why we study, so that we have a resource base that we can turn to. But not so we can stomp down that damn negativity. Who are we that we would be so cruel to ourselves in the face of our own minds, our own thoughts, our own hearts, our own well-being? Yeah, just kill that negativity. A good truth student would just get that out there. Change your mind, right? It's cruel at that level. not to understand that I'm growing or you're growing, or in the midst of this, we're growing. And there's something more to be known and felt and understood. And it's in you already to know and understand and experience that greater good. It's the very power and presence of love that holds all things together, we say, in unity, in oneness, with nothing and no one left out. We learned we're not punished anymore for our negativity. But we've developed such good resources about punishing ourselves in a way that the divine does not hold. I make my own hell. And it has purpose. It has purpose. It's not just random universal pooping on you or me. It's got meaning to it. And I believe that we find our way through by both being with it and looking into it to see the way that it's growing us. And that when we do that, we align ourselves with the power of love and goodness that's always there. Matt Kahn, from his book, Whatever Arises, love that. In every breath you take, love is always here. Through any personal encounter, love is always here. No matter what comes together or whatever is pulled apart, love is always here. In your greatest moment of achievement, or even in your darkest hour of uncertainty, love is always here. Whether in the aftermath of tragedy or in the presence of your highest triumph, love is always here. When life is flowing, inspired, and harmonious, and even if it's frustrating, annoying, painful, or inconvenient, love is always here. When you feel alone or unsupported, love is always here. No matter what you understand, and despite what you have yet to figure out, love is always here. Despite your thoughts, regardless of what you choose or how you feel, love is always here. No matter what has been done to you or whatever you believe you've done to others, love is always here. Rising in love is more than just transcending everything. Rising in love is letting love grow us and work in us and open us and develop us and heal us from the inside out, and sometimes it feels terrible. But the willing one says, yes, this, and yes, this, and yes, this, and that. Nasruddin and love. This is a story for lovers, right? This is just I'm done with what I was saying. This is about the way it is. One afternoon, Nasruddin and his friend were sitting in a cafe, drinking tea and talking about love and life. How come you never got married, Nasruddin? Asked his friend at one point. Well, said Nasruddin, to tell you the truth, I spent my youth looking for the perfect woman in Cairo. I met beautiful and intelligent women with eyes like dark olives, but they were unkind. And then to Baghdad, I met a woman who was wonderful and a generous soul, but we had no interests in common. One woman after another would seem just right, but there would always be something missing. And then one day I met her. She was beautiful, intelligent, generous, and kind. We had everything in common. In fact, she was perfect. Well, said Nasruddin's friend, what happened? Why didn't you marry her? Nasruddin quietly sipped his tea. Well, he replied, it's a very sad thing. It seems she was looking for the perfect man. We keep looking for the perfect life. If I do this, if I do that, the perfect life is just around the corner, just right, yeah. We keep looking for the perfect life in the perfect world, with the perfect components, with the perfect people, so that we don't ever get rubbed by that grid. The perfect job, the perfect this, the perfect that, the perfect something. It's already perfect in its own way. It's already perfect in its own way. And there's no such thing as perfection. Not the one my mind believes, wants, longs for, tries to create. In a relationship, in your work, with your kids, whatever it is. We set ourselves up time and again that perfection would be that this would not be so. Perfection is knowing that of course this would be so, and it's perfect. And it's perfect. Why? It's up to you. Where will it take you? What will you do? Who will you be? It's all right, friends. It's all right to get into all the stir of things. It's fine. It's fine. Just try not to stay too long. Those are hell times, aren't they? Hell times. All right. Jordan, thank you so much. If it works, Yahoo. If it doesn't work, Yahoo. Right? It's perfect. It's nice to have the family back together again. Yeah, it is indeed. So we thank our greeters, we thank our volunteers in the kitchen, we thank our board members, we thank everybody who's a part of making our ministry what it is in its here and now, and in its yesterday, and in its tomorrow. I'm grateful always for what I learn and grow through. Always grateful for the opportunity to know the blessings that are ours in every experience in our lives. As we think about abundance, we remember that abundance is a state of divine perfection and order. Abundance is the natural state of the universe. Abundance isn't about how much or where we find it or where we get it or where it finds us. Abundance is the natural state of the universe. And we're part of that abundant reality that is the divine in manifestation. And so for all our gifts, we give thanks, and we share them because we know it works. If we keep the flow going, it works. And we're grateful for all we receive, and we're grateful for all we give. The flow is what? Perfect. So let's receive our love offerings and our tithes. I give joyfully. Okay, let's catch it at the beginning and all do it together. I give joyfully and easily, for God is my source, and abundance is my nature. Thank you for your gifts. She coming. There's and there's that girl.
Okay, you may know this song, so feel free to sing along. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. It's all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. I said love was made for me and you. Had to with Valentine's Day.
Baby. Give us that baby. And this big boy who used to be a baby, Logan. I'm just thinking about when Logan was a little guy, riding the fire truck between your legs here in the sanctuary. And now he's going to be 12 in May, and quite an amazing young man. So this little person is one day. Hey, you. Shall we bless her? Child of light, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. I love that she loves to be loved like that. And I know I said this last week or the week before or whenever. Yeah, yay! Yay, you! Yay, you! What are you doing? Hi. Just let yourself be loved like that. The divine loves you just more than we could imagine. Our prayer for protection, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. So, friends, thank you. Here we are, standing in holiness and grace, and in the fullness of love and blessing. Be gentle with you. If the divine had one request of us, perhaps it would be gentle with you. Extend that which you extend to others, to your own heart, to your own being, for all you've been through, for all you are, for all you bring to the world. We are so grateful for each of you. Thank you. Thank you. So wonderful to see Judy and Ann and Logan here, and to experience Miss Sky, who we miss every single day here. Yes, we do. And to have each of you be a part of our service. Let's stand and make our circle and sing our peace song.